Hello everybody, this is Nintendo 14. Welcome to my new playthrough of one of my all-time favorites, Paper Mario, The Thousand-Year Door. It's been almost a year since I've done the last Paper Mario game, which was simply titled Paper Mario, which was released on the N64, but in my case I had to play it on the Wii Virtual Console. And I have a bunch of save files because, you know, that's how much I've dedicated myself to this game. Here's my main file and my sister's file, and I also have a practice run, just in case for memory refreshments. And then here's the file we're going to be starting out with. So, I might make a few disclaimers or a few notes while the cutscenes are playing, but I did wanted to ask myself if I could play the game for its story, because I never seem to do so in this game. I just prefer gameplay over story, but you know, let's give the story a chance here. Mail call. It's Gary. Oh, how I missed you, buddy. Keep delivering those mails, and have Luigi go out and get it. Cause yeah, we're cool like that. We get our little brother to get our mail. Oh boy, it's our mailman. Hey bro, check it out. I can't do accents. A letter from Princess Peach arrived for you. I normally don't tend to read dialogue, but I think this game deserves it. I'll just read it to you. How about that? How's that sound? The stuttering. Let's see here. I'll get into the things I want to go over once the story stuff is done with, and we can actually get control here. Hello there, Mario. I'm on a holiday, traveling in the Mushroom Kingdom. In my travels, I came into possession of a mystical map, a treasure map actually. It was inside a box that I got from an old merchant in a town called Rogueport. But since it would be too difficult for me to try to go to find treasure all by myself, I thought you could help me hunt for it. You will, of course, won't you? I've included the map with this letter, so please bring it with you when you come here. Or when you come. Huh? I'm kidding. I'm just trying too hard to read this thing. I'll meet you at Rogueport. That means you must come, Peach. Oh, that famous letter that Peach writes us before our adventure begins. This whole thing started with Mario 64, which, in my opinion, is completely dated. Alright, let's check out this map. It's gonna be our entire center of the plot. It's gonna progress. Amazingness. Oh, this music, this totally brings you back. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, right there in our faces. Get ready, guys. If you guys have never played this game, you guys are in for a treat. This is what, in my opinion, what a real Paper Mario game is like. There's a lot of character to this game, especially you know, the characters have a lot of personality to them. It's what makes it really great, and some you really don't see much of in the later installments. You know, Sticker Star and Coast Splash. But enough of those. This is the second game, released in 2004. So here we go. We got the prologue, a rogue's welcome. Oh boy, couldn't be that bad. Rogue's welcome. Excuse me, sir. Sleeping. Wake up, sir. You go get ship sick. We don't want people throwing up overboard, because that'd pollute the water, and the fishies get exposed to your vomits, and they could get infected. And then there's going to be a fish apocalypse, and then the fish are going to spread their disease that they got from your vomit, and then it's gonna start some sort of black plague, like they did half a millennia ago. Now I'm just getting too deep into this. Never mind that part. Anyways, we're on this nice little paddle boat. Doesn't look like it's mechanic. Based on that, I imagine someone inside there is paddling that with their legs, like a bike. So there's my effort on trying to keep up with the dialogue, but I'm pretty sure you know, this is all being recorded, so I can go back to that. Be careful, sir. Didn't say that. I didn't warn you. I mean, look at this place. that creeping and just old architecture. I mean, look at that building in the back over there. So here we are in Rogue Report. There's nothing much that has changed in between this game and the last game. Unlike the first game, you start out with the hammer immediately. Let's go in our start menu and take a look here. We have our usual stuff. Yeah. We usually have the same starting loadout. Besides the hammer, just like in the first game, we start out with 10 HP, heart points, which are the full name. That's our main source of life. If that reaches 0, then game over, unless if we have special means. But for right now, let's keep that HP points as high as it can go. Flower points, we have that. That'll come into use later for some special abilities that we'll get later on down the line. And then badge points will they're just add-ons to add to the game and give Mario additional abilities that can be really useful, or some that might not be. We got star points. Those are level up stuff. That's what builds Mario up and into what you want it to be. Coins are going to be what you're going to need to spend on equipment or items. Star pieces, shine sprites, we'll get into all that later. And also the playtime. We have no hours and 5 minutes already on the save file. Gear, important things. We got mailbox SP, nothing in there yet. A lot of this stuff will be answered later as we go. Here we can look at the map. Rogueport. This is the same map that came in Princess Peach's letter, and that's all we got right for right now, because we just started here and here we are. Z button, you can get like an overview. Here's a save block that you can hit if you want to save your progress, but you won't see me using the save block because in case if I ever get a recording failure, I can always just soft reset, which is like you hold X, B, and start, and then you automatically restart the game, which I really like that feature in these games. So there's a couple NPCs you could talk to. For sake of pacing, which I'm not doing a good job on, because I'm explaining a lot of things, I'm not going to be talking to those guys. Instead, I'm just going to go forward and not go over what I'd like to go over. But the reason why this took me so long is, I've been wanting to find a way to record this game in 60 frames per second, which I am able to, thanks to special means with the conversion cable box thing, which allows me to convert yellow, white, and red cables into an input to HDMI, if that makes any sense. So for that reason, I'm able to record this in 60 frames per second. I hope you guys enjoy that. I wouldn't say that would be the first to do a playthrough on this game in 60 frames per second, but I know that it could be a really nice thing to have when playing through this game. So I hope you guys enjoy the 60 frames per second, which I do have to upload it in 1080p, because if I try to upload it in 720p, then the picture might not be as good. So I'm gonna have to upload these videos in a fake 1080p quality, which really it's not really 1080p. It's not it's something a bit lower than that, but the YouTube uploader, that's what they want you to think. So battle time. We're gonna save a little Goomba. That's a girl. Alright, so here's our first battle. We don't have much in the way of options, but except for jump and hammer, which are the same way that they work in the first game. So if you know, if you played the first game, then you know what to do here. We got items. There are no items with us when we came down here. Tactics, this is a new thing, I think. You can hit defend, and that will increase your defense temporarily by 1, just for 1 turn, but that also gives up your turn. So I'd say just use that as some sort of last resort, or something as a strategic means. But you won't see me using that because I'll be on offense. So I just completely screwed up that action commands, but I did it again. But I guess the game doesn't. The game, it kind of expects you to not be perfect with your action commands, because you'll get to learn how to do them as we go on. So I'll show off the hammer here. You just hold left, and you time it to the last light, and then once you do that, then you can release and get some easy damage. So, in the way of what I wanted to use for my hammer, or either jump or hammer, I haven't really decided on, but we'll go along as well, I'll think about it as we go along. So it's go time. It says Lord Crump, which is the guy with the Viking helmet. It looks like, because it has a little bit of horns and it's purple. Why not? And so we're just gonna get swarmed here, but we're gonna sneak through and just make all this thing look like they're just swarming themselves. So we'll just sneak on by there. Just get out of there. I would like to mess around, but nah, it's just too messy. Just way too many guys in there. So just get out of there before it gets squashed, which was their intention. Which in the way they just screwed themselves because they're just stepping on each other. So we bolt. Alright, so finally let's get into the section of the video that I would like to go over. You know, in terms of the way I'm gonna record, this recording is March 10th. This is like a week before it goes up, so that's the way I want to be going at it. But by the time this video goes up, I'll be hopefully in the middle of recording in the I'll be like 25% into the game by the time this video goes up, just in case if I need a good cushion, because the last thing I want to do is having to start this playthrough and then find myself going to a big hiatus with no videos uploaded. So I want to make sure that I get a good start off to this playthrough and get as far as we can before we have to go into a hiatus like that. So, dang, can I just go through the plot? I mean, I told myself I wanted to read the plot, but starting right now, we're going to. Oh, Bucko, what you got there? We got a map. Yes, it's the legendary treasure map. It's special. I mean, even though it's a bit ragged, and you know, it's a bit ragged, and maybe I have to put some tape on to keep it together. But you know, it's great. It's nothing like my player's guide or anything, which is annihilated, which you know, didn't age well or go through my childhood. Didn't survive my brutal childhood. And well, my childhood wasn't brutal. It's just you know, I tend to not keep things in shape, you know. All right, so Toad's is with us. Princess Peach has gone off somewhere. If you saw from the intro, she wanted to you know, dilly-daller by herself in this ghetto area. It's one heck of a place to go if you wanted to go on a holiday. I mean, a place like Tokyo or New York would have been much better, but what can you do? I mean, Peach's reason for coming here is there's some treasure that she wanted to get her hands on, and then she said, nah, the treasure was too tough, so let's have Mario get the treasure. Alright, so what Toadsworth is saying here is there's a house over to the right. You can go inside it, and then there's some stairs you can climb up, and you can talk to a Toad there, not Toadsworth, but another Toad, and then you can get yourself healed up. Unlike in the first game, you have to pay coins in order to use the beds to heal. So you might not see me using the bed as much as I did back in the first game. So there's that. Instead, I'll just find healing items that you'll find laying around through the entire game. But on some occasions, if it's cheap, because as we go along, the ends do get cheap or do get more expensive. But maybe once in a blue moon, I'll use the inn if I absolutely need to. Alright, we are almost about 15 minutes in, and we get our first party member, Goombella. Goombella's ability is a primer. It's going to be like that the entire way. So that really doesn't mean anything. But as to Goombario, we have Goombella, which is our information partner. You press X, and she'll give you some dialogue concerning the area we're in, and you could also go to a person like this and press X, and Goombella will talk about that one NPC, which it could be useful. Say if you want to track down a specific person for a certain quest, if you want if you want to figure out who is who, and you can go ahead and do that. Also, since she's a party member, she can also function in the way of battling. So she's not just walking around us doing nothing. She can help us battle enemies and give us an extra turn. So I'll be like that for the rest of the game. We're gonna have Mario's turn, and then we're gonna have Goombella's turn, or whoever we have out in front of our party. But we'll get into more of that later. For right now, all we have is Goombella, and there's a lot of stuff to cover here. We could go west, but yeah, let's go west. Why not? I like the west. That's where I'm from, right? Freeze, you too. Not another step. Don't come this way. Some complete jerk just bumped into me and made me lose a contact lens. Well, you should go to 1-800-CONTACTS, so you get like a huge box of contacts in case if you lose it. I mean, what kind of world we live in if you can only afford one pair of contact lens? So here he said don't move a second, but wherever you stand, the contact lens will break once you make a move like that. See, we try to jump out of the way, and yeah. I mean, we just stood there once we were coming over here. So, yeah. Zesty, which is this person's name, she's getting angry because we broke her only contact lens. I mean, if she were smart, she would buy multiple contact lens, or just be simple and just buy glasses. I mean, aren't they better? I mean, maybe they're just as fragile as contact lens, but yeah, they get the job done too. Plus, you can actually see them, and you don't have to just forcefully put them in your eyes, which that's why I prefer glasses over contact lens. So with that, Zesty is blocking the way to the west, which contains some really good stuff there, but for right now we can't go there quite yet. So here we are in the shop. We have a few coins we can spend. We can get some items here. We got a mushroom that'll heal your HP, honey syrup, flower. It can restore your flower points, tasty tonic. It can heal any status conditions like poison or any of that bad stuff. Fire flower, you can plant this down the ground and it'll deal 3 damage to all enemies, assuming that they can get hurt by fire and they're not resistant from it. Sleepy sheep, you can plant this down, sometimes put enemies to sleep. It's not a 100% guarantee, but that's the thing. And here's the fright mask. This is back from the first game. You can summon a scary spirit that resembles Bowser, and you can chase some enemies away. Again, not 100% guaranteed. And let's go over this. Let's just buy one item just to be on the safe side. So the shop's keeper, they're gonna ask you, if you know how to shop. But we're gonna say no. I think we've got it. I think I'll explain it. But you just go up to an item and select it, say yes, and then you got it. You got an item. You can use items to replenish it. You can press start and access it. But since this is an item that only works in battle, we can't use it in the overworld. So here's the Toad's Bros Bazaar. I think I'll take some time to go over it. Since this is the beginning part of the playthrough, obviously I'm gonna be doing a lot of explanation on how all this works, but I'm sure that if you played the first game, you should know all this, and I'm just wasting you guys' time. But in case if you're new, then just welcome aboard, and I'll show everything there is to show in this game that is my favorite, alongside Donkey Kong 64. Dang, I'm just playing my 2 favorite games back to back on my channel. It's nice. So you can not only buy stuff, but you can also sell items that you have, which I'm not going to do, because what's the point of me buying stuff when you can sell it? Because when you sell items, I think it's like half the price you spent it for. Let me see. Yeah, five coins, so we'd be losing 5 coins if we try to sell it. So we can store items in case if our inventory gets full, which you're only allowed to have 10 items. As of right now, there is an ability to let you hold more items, but that's until a long time. You can also withdraw items that you've stored. That's nice. And check-in points. We have 1 point because we spent one item. The more coins you spend, the more points you get, and these are the items you get if you get those certain points. So like for instance, you get 300, you spend 300 items, spend money on 300 different items, or just any items, you can get that gold bar times 3, which, alright, jets. That'll allow you to store money. That's all its purposes. So I'm just well, we're 20 minutes in and we haven't gotten to the east yet. By the way, Mario, have we saved yet? You can see that save block in front of that inn. Since we're here, you ought to save now. But what if my recording fails and then I'm stuck here and I can't go back? So anyways, let's just go west or east. I can't tell my differences. East. Time zones are gonna get different as we keep going east and east. It's just gonna keep getting earlier as we go east. But now we're not even going that far east. But we lost coins. Suck if we couldn't get them back. So you know, let's go back. Let's get our money back. Just by simply going up here. This is I haven't figured out until a few years. There are a few playthroughs ago of this game. But you can once you lose your coins, we could talk to the bandit that stole it, which is in this smelly hideout with a bunch of trash, flies and cockroaches, and empty beer bottles. Apparently, all right. Apparently, Nintendo can do that. All right, so he'll give us our coins back, and let me give you a newsflash: even the innocent-looking people in the towns are thieves. So don't come grumbling to me about losing a little pocket change, okay, buddy? All right, so you got a little flashy thing. Here's a star piece, which I kind of touched on early in this video. But star pieces are just some collectibles. They'll allow you to get some pretty nice items later on, but for right now, that's what we're gonna have to do. So we got our coins back. I hope you guys did that too, because I don't think you can go back there and get your coins back. So do it as soon as you can. And there's one more thing I would like to get. Get another star piece. We're just cruising along here. I should have maybe saved the star pieces for a bit later, but you know, might as well get them out the way right now. Here's a scuff that's just early on. There's a lot of stuff blocking us, but it's difficult to imagine because you know, we're so early in the game and you don't want to overwhelm the player and just have all the stuff open to you. I mean, you gotta have some people blocking your way, and you have to wait until you get later. But this guy, you can pay him 10 coins and you can go to the east, but there isn't much you can do beyond this area, so I'm not gonna be going through here right now. Instead, I'm just gonna trying to advance the plot. But you can also fight him, which I'm not gonna do just yet. I think I'll wait a little bit on that before you can start fighting him. I think just a sudden movement in my chair. It just gets squeakier and squeakier every day. Alright, so we finally went to where we're supposed to go. This is Professor Frank Lee, one of Goombella's teachers. Which Goombella is a student at this university. I think she's more successful than I was at college. Way to rub college in my face, which I'm not suited for. Screw it. I wanna do the stuff I like, not having to stress out and just worry about stuff. I just wanna enjoy stuff and you know, not having to be dominated on, or just be in control on how I want to plan my schedules out. So a lot more dialogue. I think I'll focus on that part. So starting right now. And that guy behind me is who? Oh, we're getting the Luigi butt of the joke here. Nobody in this town knows us, but that's the affected. I mean, this is our first. Yeah, I think chronologically, this is Mario's first time being here. Oh wait, let's go back and read that last part because I want to give notice to this one line. Oh, my apologies. I'm such a bookworm. I haven't a clue about what's hip right now. I can tell you what's hip, and it rhymes with the phrase it's hip to pluck trees. In any case, what sort of errand beings you to all the way? I'm no better at reading, but the way to a place like this. I mean, why are we here? That darn treasure. Whatever the reasons. Plus, Peach is here and she went missing. Of course, I know about it. The reason I've... Sorry about that. I keep alluding to myself that I would read the dialogue, but, you know, I didn't read the dialogue in the first Paper Mario game. And, you know, my reading isn't on point, especially on how much I stutter. But, yeah. I think I'll have these videos at around 30 minutes. So if you would like to have 30 minutes, you can always do that, because with these longer videos at like 30 minutes, the feature on YouTube, they allow you to, you know, if you click out on a video midway through like a 30-minute video, then the next time you go back to that video, it'll put you back at the point where you clicked out. So if that's what you want to do, then go right ahead. I'm always here, trying to make videos and just enjoy doing it. So that's gonna be my thing with this playthrough. 30 minutes for the most part, unless if I find a really good stopping point, which I haven't found so just yet. But I think our stopping point is coming up pretty soon, because we're actually coming towards the 30-minute mark. So dang, this dialogue. I'm just in the middle of explaining stuff, but I hope I'm not blazing through the dialogue. I'm just keeping a reasonable pace through the dialogue. Alright, we have the map. It's the special map. Not the one in the books, but just the real thing. Not bootlegged. It's the one and only prototype, which is the original. Right on, let's go then. Let's go take that magical... Oh. This is sometimes a glitch where you can't get Mario to look straight down up there. Alright. Let's just have Professor Franklin and just him alone. He'll take away that weak fence that we couldn't, because scripting. I still can't move up. Alright. Alright, so down this pipe, it'll lead to... let him go towards it if he knows about it. But, alright. Here's the point where, in case if you didn't do well on the first battle of the entire game, then here's where it comes to, you know, you can start on figuring out how it works. You two do know about the X commands, don't you? We do know about it. But for the sake of pacing, I'm not going to be going through the tutorials. You guys can if you want, but I'm just going to skip most of the tutorials that I can be able to skip. Alright, with that, let's not dawdle. We're just going to jump down this pipe, push down on the control stick, and we can submerge. Same way you do in the first game. And with that, we have a save block right there. I think now is a really good stopping point. Since we're around 30 minutes, it's not exact, but it's around there. But first, let's check out this left area, because there is a person over there which we can't get because it's a pillar that broke down, crack on it, but our hammer won't do any good. Star piece number 3 that we've collected so far, over there, and inside here. If you want, in case if you don't know where to go, you can talk to this person, and he'll or it will. Merlovely will tell you a few things actually. You can say next path, that will tell you which way you have to go next to advance the plot. I've said that like 3 or 4 times. Trying to mix up my words here, but you can go to the next path and just you select next path, and you can you do it, and then you can just you know what to do next in the story. Star pieces, you can give her 5 coins to tell you where you can find a star piece if you want that. Giant sprites, that's a bit different. But it works the same way star pieces, but they're a bit more rarer than star pieces. So that's it. So that's all I would like to do in this video. See you next time for part 2, as we're going to be exploring more of the Rogueports tours. So till then, I'll see you guys next time.